Well, here we are just starting Venus. So, like I said, we're going to look at this junction and we're going to try to work our way to those things. So, like, and I'm terrible with names, so. Tessera and Lenya, I think maybe. So, that's this one and this one. Okay. Well, that's pretty convenient. So let's just go ahead and do this exterminate then. Start working our way up that direction. So, beginning of the game is kind of boring because there's really, not necessarily boring, I guess, but there's only so many options and so many things I can explain at the very, very beginning until we get started here. You can't do syndicates to a certain level. You can't you can't do focus to a later part of the game. So there's a lot of stuff you can't even do yet, which is fine. I wouldn't even sweat that stuff. I would just try to concentrate on having a good time and doing some of the stuff.
Eliminate all corpus
as you can, especially some of the newer quests here at the beginning, like getting on Venus. It's going to be all corpus, whereas Earth is pretty much all Grenier. And I guess that's something I can get into is different mobs are going to have different resources and strengths. So, in fact, just for fun. So if you scan these guys, later on you'll get a robot who can actually scan these things for you. But if you scan these things, it will show you in this other console on your ship what their weaknesses and their strengths are and stuff like that. It'll show you that some of them are weaker to puncture, you know, whereas some of them are more weaker to impact, stuff like that. But in general, Grenier, they have a lot of, or not, I'm sorry, not Grenier, the corpus these guys, they have a lot of shields. So any kind of magnetic is pretty good. I guess that can be argued, but I think their shields down is really nice to just have some magnetic damage or something like that. And there are different kinds of damage. There's a tutorial part on the ship that kind of explains the damage a little bit, but until you get mods, there's really no point in worrying about, you know, like magnetic damage and what kind of damage they're doing until you get, you know, the stuff to make it.
Stay focused. Like there's a heavy unit approaching.
But the way it works out is you have 4 or 5. You have like hot, cold, electric, toxic. I think I'm missing something. Anyway, combinations of them also make things like corrosive and magnetic. Well, I think I made each one of them too. They're not repairing their shields when I'm trying to fight them. Well, it takes, you know, 3 or 4 hits now to kill one of these things. Later on, it's like, you know, you'll one hit them pretty easily, I'm sure. Depending on what kind of weapon you use and what kind of damage it does, sometimes it can make all the difference too. So normally doors like this, if you're playing more than one player, you have to have another player push the other button at the same time, but if we're on single player, so you're not going to push the other button at the same time. Yikes. So that was a cool damage barrel I just hit on accident. Let's see.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Hopefully we can get some of those resources we were looking for. So then we're going to try to get, I believe it was
There's a heavy unit
alloy.
approaching.
Okay, that's polymer. There's some alloy. So we should be, it's a common drop on this thing, so we should be picking up quite a bit of that. In our inventory. I don't know if that's really necessary, but let's take a look real quick. So we have 251 so far. That's not bad. I don't remember what the amount was we needed to build the other thing, but it seems feasible we'd be able to get it in one mission. I mean, it wasn't like thousands and thousands of it. And honestly, so one of the things I want to show is I spend a lot of time leveling up items at the beginning of the game. Because the way the game works is to gain mastery rank, you actually have to gain experience in each level. When you get that maxed out, then you can go to the next mastery rank, take the next mastery rank test and go up to the next level, which allows you to have more, you know, get more faction during the day and some stuff like that. So once this fills up, and these are different things you can get. There's actually more than those things, but you can get experience for primary weapons, secondary weapons, melee weapons, warframes. Clearing the map out. There's a lot of other things I don't really want to talk about right now because I haven't got them yet. There's a there's like a robot you can get into and pilot. Mech. There is a Arcwing, which is a set of wings that let you fly around. Usually used in space missions, or open world missions. Damn. Got some hit points somewhere. Back up to the launches. Works. So, on here, that was my circle ability. So, but it's your third ability, and for some reason I have that name now. But it's the one that sort of repels them, so to speak. Once twice. When you have a big crowd like that, it's pretty nice. Not quite as nice as the fourth ability, but we'll get to that in time. Now as you level your Warframe up, you're going to get access to those abilities. They're set to unlock at certain levels. We can look and it'll tell us too, but it doesn't really matter at this point in the game. You will have them unlocked soon.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And then you'll notice the corpus, corpus versions of these blocks are different than what the veneer is. The veneer has little pins you have to click as they go around, more or less. The corpus one has a pattern you have to click. To doing those two. So in the master rank test I was mentioning before, you will have to do a few of those too. You have to do an easy version, hard medium version of those to get that master rank.
The enemy is broken.
I don't think I master rank
till
like
extraction.
I want to say 10 or something. I'm pretty sure the first few are use your primary, use your secondary to kill things, use your melee weapon to kill things. The other ones like survive for a certain amount of time or something. They're pretty basic stuff at the beginning. It's not, you know. So another thing I didn't know for the longest time is you can walk up to some of these and they have a robot inside. And you hit the bypass And if you hack it, before time runs out, the robot will come out and join you in the fight. Little Moa. He will come out and join you, help you fight. See? Pretty handy. And you can get multiple ones if you can find them on the map. You know, like, let's see if this is one. No. Only some of them work for some reason. Keep looking and find multiple of them. We had about 3 or 4, but some kills. That's fine. Yeah, you can really get them stacked up like a well. I can't remember if they're on a timer and they disappear after a while, or if they just have to die. But they get left behind and stuck on stuff, just like all followers. So I wouldn't put my life on them. They will let you know when they fall. At least at these levels, they probably will. Alright, well, he's not doing too bad. He's actually alive. You don't get to carry him in the next mission or anything like that. Just like any kind of specter or anything you throw out, it just helps you during that mission, and that's it. So like that guy's going. You can try to find another one at another mission and have them help us. That's fine. But yeah, I just want to point those lockers out because the funny thing is I played the game for a long time before I figured it out. And then it was just like a facepalm moment where I was just like, oh, that would have been handy when I was low level and getting my butt kicked. But hey, it's alright. So, now you know. But you'll get used to seeing those lockers after a while. I mean, I've seen times where we've gotten like 5 or 7 of them like within about 2 or 3 rooms. It's pretty crazy, so you can get a few of them. Okay, so we don't usually check these after every single mission, but at low levels, I mean, you get a lot of mods you can use at the beginning that helps a little bit. So this is probably a good time for me to try to explain this a little bit better. Excuse me. So when you look at a Warframe, for example, when it comes to modding, I could look at Excalibur and see he clearly has a lot of armor and a lot of health. Shields and health are about even, but he's mostly armor related, if you noticed. The higher the armor is, the percentage less damage you'll take. But the reason I bring this up is
everything in orders,
when you add a mod, it adds.
I will attempt to bypass this
Oh
fault.
my gosh, Order, shut up. It adds a percentage to things. So obviously, adding 100% mod to 160 is going to be less points than adding 100% mod to 225. Just to try to explain that a little better. So, keep that in mind. If I was going to mod something on this Warframe, it would be so much nicer to have a mod that takes his armor up, but unfortunately we don't have that at this point. So I'll just go with the next best thing. He needs more health, so I want to try to put as much health on him. So I can put one of these redirections on him and add some shield to him. So because the shields usually get taken out before it starts taking your health out in this game. With the exception of infested and toxic damage, and then that kind of goes directly to your health. And as it says here, if you look, it says that it does not absorb toxin damage. Toxin damage goes straight to your health, pretty much. So, right now we're fighting Corpus, so it's not that big a deal, but I could put a lot of health on this, but there's really not that much purpose. I just need some shields, and your shields will build back up usually faster than your health will anyway, so for now I just want to keep some shields on them and some extra health, and that should be fine for now. These mods are really nice, these gold mods especially, but these are the damage versions. I don't really want to use them too much right now. I mean, you could, but it's just going full-fledged, trying to